me tell you a little something about my childhood. Secret of Mana. I loved this game, and I still love this game. I maxed out my gold pieces in this game. I got level 99 with every single character, all 3 of them. And I waited for a sequel, but a sequel never came. Seiken Densetsu 3 for the Super Famicom. When did it come out in the United States? Never! And that is why it is number 5 on our list of Nintendo's biggest cockteases. This game is spectacular. It's harder than Secret of Mana. It has 6 playable characters as opposed to 3. Just like the prequel, multi-tap functionality, so you could play with 3 people at once. You couldn't just come home, you know, from school and be like, hey guys, do you want to play Chrono Trigger? Do you want to watch me play Chrono Trigger?
Hell yeah, man. That sounds like a night to be had. Yeah. Single
This game
player.
was spectacular. 32 megabits. The sound was better. The graphics was better. The art design.
Absolutely, this is one of the best looking games on the Super Nintendo. The only other games in this league, Tales of Phantasia, Terranigma, Chrono Trigger. And of the 3, Chrono Trigger is the only one that has art design even close to as colorful and as interesting as this game.
Tales of Phantasia and Star Ocean, I believe, actually, had 48 megabits. And they looked good. They looked very crisp. The sprites were very good. But they did not have the art design of Seiken Densetsu 3. And it is very unfortunate that this game was never released in the United States. If you guys ever get the chance to play this game, please do. It is spectacular.
So Super Mario 64 is a legendary game. One of the best on the Nintendo 64 right at the launch, and it single-handedly invented the 3D platforming genre. And of course, in the wake of the success of such an enormous game, rumors of Super Mario 64 2 circulated heavily.
And what the hell ever happened to that game? That's why it's number 4 on our list of Nintendo's biggest cockteases. Nintendo Power kept advertising that game, but they never showed us anything. I think maybe you saw like a screenshot or something?
Yeah, I saw a screenshot. It was from the Rainbow Ride level from the old game. It was the carpets going in opposite directions, had Mario and Luigi. That's all I ever got to see.
Apparently Miyamoto had wanted it to be 2-player because that was the one big thing that Super Mario 64 didn't have. It was only 1 player, so they made a demo of Super Mario 64 2, but it never progressed beyond that point. They also made a demo called Super Mario 128, which everyone thought would be the logical sequel, and basically it was a bunch of Marios kind of spawning until there was 128 Marios. People kept asking Miyamoto, what's up with Mario 128? Because they thought it would be the true sequel. You know, not Super Mario Sunshine, not all these other games, Luigi's Mansion, whatever. He said, it's moving along secretly like a submarine under the water. When developing, we often look at the different hardware and run different experiments on it and try out different ideas. Goes on to say that there have been some experiments on the GameCube, you know, some on the DS, other ideas, blah, blah, blah.
Now, if that doesn't sound like a sketchy excuse made by a girl missing a date for the 3rd time, I don't know what does.
I got crabs, I got this, I gotta wash my hair, whatever. Then Miyamoto goes on to say, later, 2007, Super Mario 128 was merely a demonstration to illustrate the power of the GameCube. So, why did he go on to say that they were running experiments with Super Mario 128, saying that it might come out on the different consoles, if it was only a demonstration to show the power of the GameCube?
You know why?
Why?
Because Super Mario 64 2 and Super Mario 128 are our number 4 biggest cockteases.
You knew it was gonna happen. Star Fox 2. Our number 3 Cocktease. Now, I have plenty of fond memories playing Star Fox. And when there's profit, there's sequels. Unless you're Nintendo. Because they saw this game and said, oh man, that was great. We got to try out all these new things in games. All this new 3D play, moving around and stuff like that. Shooting things, causing them to explode and seeing their 3 polygons fly apart. It was great. So they figured, what if we sort of up the ante? Let's make the Super Effects chip 2. That didn't come out. What if we increase the graphics? That didn't come out. What if we made all new levels? Those didn't come out. What if we added multiplayer? That didn't come out. Because the game was canceled.
And it's really kind of sad because the main logic behind the cancellation was that the Ultra 64 was set to be released soon. And Miyamoto said that he didn't want... He said he wanted there to be a clean cut between the 2D era of the Super Nintendo and the 3D era of the Nintendo 64. But then the Nintendo 64 got delayed. And Star Fox 2 could have easily come out and filled a niche ahead of its time.
And supposedly, Star Fox 64 incorporated about 30% of Star Fox 2, and Star Fox Command, I believe it's called. There are elements of it that are out there currently, but we want to play the game, and we want to be able to play the game legally. You can find a ROM online, but it is so illegal to play, it's not worth it.
It seems like the answer would be simple. Put the game on the Virtual Console.
And the designer was asked, would you ever consider putting the game, or would Nintendo ever consider putting the game on the Virtual Console? He said, no, probably not.